What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, I draw your attention to a particular video that was sent to me the other day. Now, I get a lot of guys sending me content, a lot of videos, and unfortunately, there's so many things happening in the world. And with my schedule, with collaborations, with my personal life, I just cannot meet everybody's demand. People want me to do things all the time. I'm only just one person. I have my own personal life, and I have 2 channels that I'm running. But this was pretty interesting. And it was a video about this gentleman that's trending on World Star Hip Hop who recently got into, just got out of divorce, okay? Now, we all know what men go through in divorce. That's not a problem. We understand that, divorce, they get half. I think the issue is this. When a man goes into a divorce and it's not his fault, why they divorced, okay? That's another thing too. We gotta talk about that. It's not their fault. In fact, what happens if your wife cheats on you during divorce? Should you still lose 50%? And not only that, okay? The guy married a lady who had a baby by someone else. Basically, he was his stepdad. Okay? I want you to hear what happened to him in his relationship and marriage for yourself, and then I'll come back and give some commentary for it.
So how much did my divorce cost me? Well, this is a fantastic question. There's direct and there's indirect costs. Direct costs, I lost $106,000 out of my 401k retirement plan I spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half the equity in the home, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, cash, and savings that I also spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half of all the non-liquid assets like furniture, household goods, electronics, cars. Keep in mind, I paid for all of these. And this is in addition to financially supporting her and her/our daughter for 17 years, which is many hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm now broke, live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and have a negative net worth for the first time since I was, 25. Indirect costs: my job, my sobriety, my self-worth, my masculinity, my hope for the future, my ability to trust women again, my belief in God, my pride, my motivation, my physical health. Let's just say everything.
What's a thing that your ex did to you?
Ooh, I've got a doozy. This one's going to be hard to beat. So I married a single mom. I adopted her daughter. And after we got married, she developed cysts and some other things that caused her fertility issues. So we tried for years and years and years to get pregnant unsuccessfully. Spent tens of thousands of dollars on in vitro fertilization and all sorts of therapies. Nothing worked, so we just gave up hope of ever having kids. Then one day she shows up miraculously pregnant at age 38 years old. And I discovered months and months and months later that pregnancy, it was the neighbor's. And the neighbor was also a friend of mine. And then I found out months and months and months after that neighbor and that affair she had, it was actually her 3rd affair of our 17-year marriage. Yeah, that was the 3rd guy she fucked.
All right, so you heard what he had to say, okay? You heard what he had to say. Now, what happens here? It's really amazing that, number one, this man's lost everything. Half of his 401k, half of the finances. He's lost a lot of money in a divorce with a woman that he feels has helped him do nothing or achieve it. Okay? Not only did he lose all that money, he lost money in terms of helping her with her own kid. Just a whole bunch of stuff, right? So we know that. But let's talk about the fact that he spent all this money with in vitro fertilization. Okay? In vitro fertilization. Woman couldn't have a baby, fine. He's gonna help her do that. Here's the problem with that. The way that she rewards him is she goes and gets pregnant. Okay? By who? Well, that's a great question. She gets pregnant by the neighbor. All right? Then only to find out that this is the third time that she's cheated on him. Then after that, the lady divorces him, takes half of what he has after she has gotten pregnant by somebody else in the marriage. So here's what I want to say. And I think this is important. Here's what I want to say. If a guy likes this, gets enraged, and does something crazy, it's going to be his fault, you know? Obviously. People are going to say, oh, this is, you know, a violent guy and all this stuff. Let me ask America something. In the situation that this man is in, losing half of what he wants or half of what he has, how can you expect every guy to just take it laying down like he did? I'm not saying he took it laying down, whatever, but he's lost everything. Half everything. Some guys are not going to look at it that way. Okay? And to protect and to be safe for everybody involved, hey, listen, the law should be a little bit better than this. Now, obviously, it's his side of the story. Okay? But if this is true, and she got pregnant while they're in the marriage, why does he have to lose half his stuff? She's the one that messed the marriage up. That man should be able to walk away with his things. And to protect people from hurting others or hurting themselves. Because that's what a lot of guys do. I talk to the lead attorney. You have a lot of men that go through these things. If they don't hurt others, they hurt themselves. And we all know what I'm talking about when I say hurting themselves. Those guys take themselves out. All right? And I think that the system has just been so unfair to these guys. What is the incentive for them to get married? You know, I'm a guy who believes in family values. I'm a guy who believes in being married. I'm a guy who believes in family. But if you're going to tell me that my wife, depending on what state I live in, can go out and have sex with another guy, get pregnant by him, I got to lose my stuff? What should happen is he should take care of her. You know, this is why a lot of guys are starting to try to live overseas. Guys trying to retire overseas. Guys are looking at the United States as, okay, you can go there, you can make money, but you better not live there. All right? Don't live there. It's impossible to live there. That's what you're seeing guys say today. Guys are saying, I don't want to live in America if they can, because, you know, if I can live somewhere else and make the same kind of money, I'm gone. Because you can lose all your money. Even when you've helped the lady with her child. And that just goes to show you guys also, hey, you guys better have a second thought about, you know, marrying people that already have kids. Okay? You might want to give it a second thought. Okay? You might want to look at that. You might want to look at that. You might want to do a little bit more research. Now, obviously, I'm not saying all women that have this issue is bad, but you see what happened to him. Then you might be able to pay child support. Let's stop the show. You might be paying child support for the child that isn't yours, that you came in a relationship with, while losing everything else and paying alimony. All right. So you guys better have a good thought process about this. What do you guys think? Check out the first comment pinned to the top. Check out the Black Men Hurt t-shirts, guys. Check out the Patreon. And as you brothers know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. First comment pinned to the top. All my information's there. I'm out.